Today, we are discussing the house of Eight&Bob. And for those of you who may not know, Eight&Bob is a house that became really well known when it was worn by Bob Marley when he traveled back in time to Europe to fight against the Terminators. Right? I think that's it. How's it going, everyone? My name is Chris. This is our channel, Mr. Sillage. Thank you so much for tuning in. For all the returning subscribed Sillage soldiers, as always, welcome back. And as you all know, you guys can always hit me back up with salute by hitting the thumbs up icon down below. It really shows you support, and you know that I greatly appreciate it. And if you're a new viewer by chance, maybe just stick around and see what the channel has to offer. And then ultimately at the end, if you decide, you can always hit the dislike button as well. But beware, if you do that, you will eventually overcook your toast. Now, today I am really excited to bring you a fragrance from the house of Eight&Bob. Now, this is a scent that I've been sampling for a while now. I got a sample from Perfumology and I was just wearing that thing down, and then finally I made it down to the very last bit until finally a friend was selling their full bottle for a really discounted price, and I couldn't turn it down. And the fragrance that we're discussing is Cap d'Antibes by Eight&Bob. This is the 100 ml bottle, and it is an eau de parfum concentration. The bottles are really nice and sturdy, and as you can see on the top, it has the E and B for Eight&Bob. Sprayers on these work really well. Inspiration from this fragrance came from the coastline of Antibes and the French Riviera, when then owner and perfumer Albert Fouquet would visit there back in the 1930s. He wanted to make a fragrance that would make him remember the amazing times that he had on the coast of the Antibes and the French Riviera. This fragrance was actually part of his private collection for the longest time, until finally he released it to the Eight&Bob house collection. This fragrance opens up with a combination of notes, a subtle bit of mint and birch, but most notable and prominent on the top is the violet. And as the fragrance starts to wear itself down, a little bit into the fragrance, you start to get notes of cinnamon, a little bit of vanilla, and notably a cedar kind of wood. Now, if you can't tell already, I obviously really enjoy this scent. I mean, I purchased the full bottle after sampling it for a while. It has this aquatic kind of vibe without being aquatic per se. You see, violet leaf is sort of known to sometimes give an aquatic vibe, but it's also known to give this sort of petrol kind of gasoline almost kind of scent as well, that harkens back to the classic 1980s kind of powerhouse scents. So it's almost like getting the best of both worlds with this scent. You get sort of this aquatic kind of feel, but you also get this very masculine 80s kind of scent to it. So it's a unique aquatic vibe, but with the notes of like cinnamon and vanilla and the cedar and birch. You get this, like I said in the beginning, aquatic, but not classically aquatic either. It's a really unique and beautiful scent. I really enjoy wearing this. And for a semi-aquatic scent, performance on my skin is phenomenal. I get about 9 hours with this fragrance on my skin, with about 3 hours of solid projection before it starts to bring itself back in closer to the skin. The funny thing is, seasonally, yeah, that could be a great summer scent, But with the other notes that are in that scent as well, I could see that working all year round, especially with the performance. I think that Cathy Antibes has the ability to also work in the winter. It's pretty versatile in the sense that it would also work as casual and also formal as well. And as far as compliments are concerned, I've gotten compliments from men and women. Men think that it's a very powerful boss kind of scent, and women also agree with that notion, but also tend to think that it's a little bit sexy in its uniqueness. But I must admit, if you're not a fan of violet, I don't think that this is gonna be a scent that works well with you. Personally, I love the way violet smells on my skin, and with Cathy Antibes, it is a performer and just really, really stands out from the other kinds of aquatic scents that are in that realm. This scent is criminally underrated in my book. I really, really enjoy this, and I'm so glad to have added it in my collection. So tell me guys, have any of you guys tried any scents from the house of Eight&Bob? Which one were your favorites? Leave a comment down below, or if you haven't, let me know which one you would like to try. I'd be really intrigued to see what your guys' answers are. Also, be sure to check down in the description where all links to my social media are listed. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. You know it always means a lot to me. Love you guys, and as always, and most importantly, go frag yourselves.